Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Grow and Clip Bonsai for Seniors. Today is August 17th. Let's put the camera down so you can see the board. It's August 17th of 2023. It's Thursday. It's 71 degrees Fahrenheit or 22 degrees Celsius at 9 p.m. already. It's going to drop to 61 degrees Fahrenheit or 16 degrees Celsius by 5 a.m. tomorrow morning. So that's good. We got some cooling weather. It's almost like fall type weather. I don't know, it's pretty good. Today we're going to do something simple and easy, a maple. I'm going to show you that you can walk around, take a walk, put the phone away, and take a walk and look and watch and see if there's a maple that's in need of help. There's a lot of seedlings out there. This one I saved in the spring. And you can see the nice curvature of the trunk. Now I didn't do that. I don't know if you can see it. This guy's in the way, but you can see the curvature of the trunk. This is how I found it growing, so I just planted it that way. So you can find anything. You don't have to do no wiring or nothing, and then just label it what you got. So something simple and easy. Now this one I put in a root maker's pot. I found this one also. So we're going to do a little bit of trimming on this. And we're not going to fertilize it because we don't want it to grow a lot. We want everything to harden off. So all I'm going to do is to prune it back to here. Because this way here, this branch here will come out this way. This one's good. Now on this triple trunk, we're just going to take this piece of leaf off. Not triple trunk, double trunk. And this one's a little higher. If we want to keep it low, let's see if something will shoot out. If we got a node here someplace, everything feels smooth. That's the way you can feel for a node. But I got a node right here. Well, that's where it came out before. But here's a little starting point here, a little node here. So we're going to just cut it there. And we're going to go from there. Now, to get it out of the root maker's pot. So let's put this down so you can see the work that I'm doing. I just tried it out. Let's see how it grows in here. Now I soaked this pot for a good 20 minutes so I can get it out. And you can see, I don't know if that's the moss, the soil, or the weed roots, but let's see what happens when we push it out. I'm just going to push. And you can see the bugs are already starting to make their nests for the winter. I don't know if they're going to come out now. There we go. And this I have to put on the side, so I remember to throw that bug out, that nest out. And here's the way it looks with the roots. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to just, let's see if we can take this off. Now we'll do our underwater root raking because that's a little easier. I'll wipe my hands in my shirt because God made shirts. So we can wipe our hands. Now let me get this cord out of my way so I don't have to keep on stepping on it. Look for trees. There's a lot of tree seedlings that are in dire need of your help. They're suffering out in the cracks of the sidewalks or by the curbs or places where people don't want them. If they're on somebody's property and you see it, ask them, hey, can I take it out? You're only going to throw it out. And the guys, they'll probably tell you, sure, take it. Save them less time pulling it out as a weed or cutting it with a lawnmower. So right now, let's get this back so you can see. Right now we're going to do our underwater root raking, so this way here I don't have to get everything dirty. And for me this is easier and more effective. You're going to say, Tom, what do you do with all this dirty water? Well, I put it into all the low spots in the yard. Or I'll fill in my potato barrel to see if I can still get some more roots in any better potatoes because this way here, whatever's forming, I can cover them so you don't get sunburns. Because if you eat a sunburned potato, that's like poison. Because it'll be green. You got to cut that green off, otherwise it's no good for you. Okay, so how did our root maker pot do? The soil's coming off of this one real nice and easy. And we're just firing on our chopstick to get everything loosened out. And you can see all the roots there. Don't be afraid to get your hands dirty. Loosen them up. Get that soil off of there. There we go. You can see some nice fine roots in there. That root maker pot really did a number on making these some fine feeder roots here. But also we got a curved root here. You can see it. So I'm going to get my blue scissors and we're going to cut it right here. Just like that. Get that one out. It's curving a funny way. Throw it in. Now we got a root coming out this way. We got to untangle the roots. So I'm just going to take my fork over here. So let's put all this out of the way so you can see what I'm doing here. There we go. And all we're going to do is comb it out the best we can. Comb the roots out. And with this steak fork that they use for barbecue, it helps take it out real good. You know, I cut off a chunk pretty good. Look how nice it cleans your board off too. Dump that in entire little pot here. There we go. Now we got a nice little flat root base here. Look at that. Nice. Root maker pot did a good job on it. Look at all these nice roots. Nothing straight down. Nice radial root base. We're just going to cut this one long, super long root off so we can get them a little bit even. So, wait. Top, you're not letting the people see what you're doing here. So we got to get it like that. Now, don't be afraid. You can hear that I cut into stone or something. But that's why I use these. And then I'll sharpen them up. Always mark your tools. So, you know what? Maybe we can keep this as a single trunk. And then we'll get our movement up on top. But, well, let's leave it. Let's see what happens. You never know. So I'm going to let that sit in there. We're going to get our pot. I got my screen in there. It's an old pot. It's going to go outside for the winter, so it's going to get worse than this. So why even wash it? It was dried out. So let's get all this discombobulated here. Here's my mix. You can see how nice it looks with the peat and the perlite. Stick it in. And we get our spray bottle here. Mist in the soil real good. Get it in there because it's nice and fluffy. I had to put, because of the peat moss being so dry, I had to put some water in there and mix it. So this is a mixing fork, root rake, everything else. It works out good. So I'm just going to push it in. I want it wet so the bottom's wet. Get Mr. Elephant to water it in a little bit. Now let's see how our tree sits in the pot. Get that weed out of there. And you can see it's a nice radial root base. Just pull it out, pull it out. You can see how the white roots are starting to take off. See, nice fluffy white little nice little root base there. And if we can stick our tree something like this, what you think? Or I think maybe this way, but you know what? We can get some of these dead leaves off so we can see what's going on here. Some little dried out leaves. That's just probably soil so we can get a better look at our tree. There we go. I think like that would be nice. And now I'm on the soil. It's fluffy, not stuffy. And we're going to give it a good little spritz. And we'll just get our roots combed out. Can you see? Now my hand's in the way. But there we go. Just comb them out so they can get a nice radial root base. And I think if our tree's like this, it'll look pretty good. Something like that. But let's see. There we go. We're going to spread it out like that. But before we do anything else, I'm going to get my micos. Now, if you don't have micos, it'll still grow. But I'm just giving this one a little head start here. Get this on the side so I don't get it dirty and not drop it on the floor and waste it all. So I get this out. A nice spoonful. And I'm going to put it all on my roots. And it's not a fertilizer. It's beneficial bacteria. Spread it all in the bottom there. It'll give our roots a chance to grow. That's right, Tom. And we're going to take it, fan out the roots. We're going to fan them out to about here. There we go. Just like that. And before we do anything else, wipe your hands in your shirt. Kids, don't do it if you're watching it with your folks, because I don't think your mom and dad will like you doing that. But this is my old planting shirt. My old scruffy shirt. Now, do something easy. Go for a walk and look for trees. It doesn't have to be a maple. There's a lot of trees growing out there that you could probably dig out. So now, we'll get we're going to put it in straight. And then we're going to put our soil on top. Just like that. Easy breezy. Easy to do. Easy to do. Now, I don't know what I did with my little skewer. Ah, there it is. I know it was there someplace. With them fine little roots, we're going to use our bamboo skewer. And make sure our tree is in there pretty straight. Looking good. And we're just going to fire it in, fire it in, fire it in, fire it into the fine roots. Got to get all them air pockets out. Fire it in, fire it in. Don't be afraid to fire it in. Maples are strong. They love water. But let them dry, you know. I water mine when they're starting to get dry, and they turn out pretty good. There we go. Pushing it in. See, this soil's nice and fluffy. And it looks a little bit crooked. There we go. Let's get some more of our soil mix in there. You can see how nice and fluffy it is when you got a 50-50 mix. If you can't afford expensive bonsai soil and you're just starting out and you're trying out different things, just get a 50-50 mix, or get a cactus mix if you can't afford it. Or if you go to the Dollar Tree, you can get a bag of soil and just add perlite to it. So it's a better draining soil. go just like that. And if you're way up there in age, go for a walk. Get them bones moving. The more you walk, the stronger you get. There. Now let's give it a nice spritz to get all this surface tension out. There we go. You can say, Tom, there's no movement in the tree. I ain't worried about movement. It'll move through the grow and clip method. So next spring when this thing flushes out, if it makes it through the winter, we can, if it's got a nice canopy, we'll let it grow, get some vigor, and then we can cut it back and go from there. Just get it in real nice. And now we'll take Mr. Elephant and water our little tree in, our little maple. Well, sometimes when you soak the trees, if you got them in pots to repot, it comes out easier. There we go. And we'll just give it a little pat. Just like that. Now I know I got paper towels around here, so let me look. Yep, we got one. We'll just wipe the top off. If you ain't got a shirt on, wipe them in your pants, your dirty hands. That's why God made pants too. But kids, don't tell your mom that if you're watching with your folks. I'll get a lot of letters from mothers saying, hey, you're telling my kids to play and wipe their hands on her. I gotta wash all their shirts. Well, it's understandable. So we got a little rock here to hold it in. Yep, I found some rocks. I got a little old gnome that I've seen laying outside. So we got a nice little figurine sitting over here. And we can get another rock. Yep, I got 3 rocks. I knew I had 3 rocks. Put it there. Put it there. And I got some of my sand and peat mix. Take that off. Spoon, spoon. Where's my spoon? Here's my spoon. And tomorrow, if all goes well, I'm going to show you the seeds that I got. Because now's the time to gather seeds. You're going to say, what kind of seeds are you gathering, Tom? I'll show you if all goes well in tomorrow's video. There. Just put it in. You say, Tom, it looks terrible. You got it all over the stones. Well, we're going to spritz it and wash it in and see where it falls. Falls where it may. Get our gnome. So he's sitting in the soil, coming out of the ground, or sitting there staying cool. There we go. Use any little statue. If your kids are helping you with the bonsai, let them find a little statue and decorate it for you. Why not? Let them do it. There. Now we'll get our spray bottle. I'll make a label for it later. Give them a little bath from sitting outside. Get our mix in there. Now it's going to get all discombobulated. Outside from the rain and everything, but just something for now. It's not expensive. The tree is free. Go to the Dollar Tree or a thrift store or a garage sales or yard sales and see if you can get a pot and just do that. It doesn't have to be expensive. Don't buy the expensive soil if you're just starting out. Try it this way. You're going to say, Tom, I want to try it about expensive soil. Well, if you're just doing one tree, why not? But for those of you just starting out and experimenting, just go with this method. There we go. Simple and easy. Little simple and easy breezy to do. And there you have it. Our little maple. I think this side is the best. You can see the bones, or this side you can't. I think this side's better. It'll grow in. And there you have it. And then here's our other one with our little snail. Look at that. Decorate it any way you want to decorate it. So there you go. And you know what tonight is? It's Thursday night. It's book night. So turn the phone off. Put on a pot of tea. Relax in your favorite chair. Get yourself one. Turn on the lamp. Turn the big lamp off. So you got a nice cozy area to read. Read a book tonight. Thursday night is book night. And if you got kids, hey, read them a story. Sit down with them, have your tea, give them a little glass of hot chocolate or a glass of lemonade or something, or just a glass of water, and let them sit back and relax with you. Read a book together. Why not? Family's family. And if you got nobody, you're by yourself, pull out a book. There's a lot of adventures out there in books. And I don't like to read them on the screens or those pads. I like a regular book because I like the feel of the book, the turn of the pages. And if you get an old book, the smell of an old book is something else. You think I might be weird on smelling a book, but I don't know. There's something with it. The texture of the pages, the way the book feels. Hey. And then you get a good adventurous story, or you can just read about your bonsai trees, or you can read about plants or anything else. So you take care, everybody. Have a good night, cup of tea, and a good book. And if you got kids, read them a story.